Well, hello, this is Dave Pyles coming to you from my own home as we're all observing our directions we've been given. But I wanted to come to you this morning and just give you an update a little bit because I've been kind of out of circulation a little bit for the last few weeks. And part of the reason for that is that my dad was put on hospice on the 23rd of March, and on the 29th of March, he passed away, and we were able to be with him when he passed away, and he had a really sweet homegoing. And then the following Sunday, we were able to have a very small gathering for a funeral memorial service. And then on that following Monday, uh, that was April the 5th, that we had the memorial service, and on the 6th, we were able to go to Louisiana and bury my dad at his home place where he grew up and where his mom and dad and about 30 other of the Pyles family were buried in the same cemetery. So just to bring you up to that, it was really a busy time. My heart was really very much connected with Dad during that time in a special way. And so we thank God for the life that he gave and the legacy that he left. And one thing that stands out so much in my dad's life was that he was a man of prayer. And I remember as a child sometimes waking up in the middle of the night and I would hear my dad downstairs praying. And when he really had something on his heart and he had to pray, he would spend all night long praying, seeking God. And my grandmother that I never met, she was also known, that was her legacy, that she would call the old Pentecostal phrases that she prayed through every day. She reached heaven and didn't stop praying until she did. And so as part of being an elder at Baruch HaShem, one of the responsibilities that we are over is the prayer, of all the prayer. That was one of the first things that Rabbi Marty asked us to be over, even before I was an elder. And we continue to do that, and we have many other prayer groups now that are raised up and leaders, and we thank God for that. But anyway, it was the last few weeks have been very different for us compared to a lot of people, in that we've been very busy with doing all the different details for my dad and the finals and different things. So, but it doesn't change. Our heart looks to the Lord for the strength during that time, and he sustains us. He directs us, he guides us, and he's faithful. So we thank him for that. And I know at the funeral, at the cemetery, I read I read the whole chapter of Psalm 91. But I felt like during this time of what we're going through at Baruch HaShem, that it would be good that I read a part of that today over. It's just the first few verses. This is from the Complete Jewish Bible. It says, "You who live in the shelter of Elyon, who spend their nights in the shadow of Shaddai, who say to Adonai, my refuge, my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. He will rescue you from the trap of the hunter and from the plague of calamities. He will cover you with his pinions, and under his wings you will find refuge. His truth is a shield and protection." So to these days of so many unknowns and everyone's searching for some of the answers, I find that we can come to the Lord and find refuge. This is the Lord. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. This is the righteous come into it and we're saved. So I thank God that we can bless his name and honor him no matter what we're going through. And this is an unusual time for the world, not just the USA, not just Dallas, not just Texas, but the whole world. There's been a shaking that's going on, and we're all coming to grips to find out what's really, really important. What are the real things that are valuable, that are going to be lasting, and especially those things that are eternal. So we thank God for this opportunity to do some deep soul searching, to do some things of just reassessing our life. So I bless you today, and I thank you, And I just pray that you would be encouraged, that no matter what you're going through, the Lord will be with you. He said he'd never leave us nor forsake us. They would be with us, and especially in our times of trouble. He makes himself ever present. So we thank you. And he promises us that he dwells in the secret place of the Most High, that we shall abide in his shadow. So we thank you for that promise, that if we do that, if we come into that place of worship, where we just lay down our life to worship him and understand as much as we can who he is, and thank him for who he is. So I thank you for listening today, and I hope this is encouraging to you. And we look forward to seeing you. Really miss all of you, and look forward to being with you as soon as we can. HaShem Yeshua. Amen.